Greetings, residents of Msunduzi municipality, and welcome to Msunduzi News Podcast. My name is Anele Makanya, and I'll be hosting the Deputy Mayor of Msunduzi municipality, who is also the chairperson of Infrastructure Services. As we all know, that infrastructure is the backbone of the city, and it also contributes massively to the economy of the city. Today, we are welcoming our Deputy Mayor, Councillor Mxolisi Mkhize. Deputy Mayor, sikubingelele sikwamukele kuMsunduzi News Podcast.
Sikubingelele Ms. Makanya, and also greetings to all the residents of the city of Pietermaritzburg, which is Msunduzi municipality.
Thank you so much, Deputy Mayor. Can you please briefly tell us about your role as the chairperson of Infrastructure Services, and also if you can just give us a light background of yourself as the Deputy Mayor of Msunduzi municipality?
Ms. Makanya, this portfolio, it's a backbone of the service delivery. Our role is to play an oversight, to monitor the implementation of service delivery that the municipality is supposing to be rendering into our city. As the chairperson of portfolio, I'm responsible for water and sanitation, road infrastructure, which will be inclusive of road transportation as well as drainages. It also inclusive of electricity department. So this is a very broad portfolio that requires a team that is dedicated, that is expected to go and provide service delivery to our people.
Okay, thank you so much for that brief background. Maybe as you said that this is the backbone of service delivery, we all understand that people have been complaining, like on our Facebook page, they've been writing on their own personal Facebook pages, complaining that the municipality is the city of potholes. They have water outages, they have a whole lot of complaints, even the electricity outages. Can you briefly tell us on the progress that you as the chairperson of this portfolio, together with your team and the whole council, have committed on the budgets, like to solve all these challenges that the residents are experiencing?
This is the council that is dedicated in changing the lives of the people. All the residents of Pietermaritzburg, they do have the right to raise their concerns and also to complain.
Yes.
But the truth need to be told is that in a number of areas in Pietermaritzburg, there have been no roads.
Yeah.
Let me make one practical example. You go to Linfield Park. Linfield Park, there've never been any road network.
Yeah.
Yes, people, they've seen that they've been driving on a tar or an Alsaf road, thinking that that's a road. But when you go underneath that road, the road was never been constructed.
Yeah.
So when you talk about the road network, there are a number of layers that makes the road.
Yeah.
Now, on top, that top part that people always drive on top, that's not only what makes the road, but there are more layers that are there.
Okay.
We have constructed the road in the entire Ashburton and Linfield Park.
Yeah.
So the issue of potholes there, they've been addressed. On top of that, now I can give a surety and a guarantee that for the next 15 years, they are not going to experience any potholes. We went to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Where someone had already posted on their social media to say that it was a Valentine's Day. They made something that was more of like a heart to say happy Valentine's using that.
Yeah.
We have addressed that because, again, if the resident, they were at least clued up and have a clear background and understanding of the challenges that we have encountered. When we inherited, remember that some of the areas, they're not part of Pietermaritzburg.
Yeah.
They were part of Ashburton TLC.
Yeah.
When we merge with those, we had now to inherit it under Pietermaritzburg.
Okay.
Now, they are all form part of Msunduzi now. We had to go to Cleveland, reconstruct the road, so therefore they are then going to have the road that they were going to drive on. On top of that now, we have recently resurfaced a number of roads.
Okay.
As part of addressing those challenges that our people had encountered before. Let's go to Leinster Road.
Yeah.
Next to Winston Churchill. There have been a number of potholes.
Yes.
Now, we have resurfaced the entire road. Go and drive there. It's perfect road. Okay. Go to Montgomery. We have done that. Go to Mbubu Road. We have resurface the entire road, not the piece of patching the pothole. We talk about the entire road that we have resurfaced. Go to White Road.
Yeah.
We have done it, we've resurfaced. It's beautiful. Currently, we are working on Town Bush as part of resurfacing all those roads. You go this side as you go to Mpumuza, you drive Mokom Road. You know how the state of that road. Those residents who reside there, they will tell you how severely damaged that road was. We have resurfaced it. Instead of us patching potholes, we have decided to mill the entire road, resurface it. So therefore, it's going to prolong the lifespan of that particular road. Let's come to electricity.
Okay.
What is it that we have done to address the issue of power outages? First thing that we must also agree is that Pietermaritzburg is one of those oldest cities.
Yeah.
Maritzburg this year has 185 years.
Yes.
And this infrastructure was created to cater for the few. It was not created to cater for the majority.
For the majority, yeah.
Now, what is it that we have done? In this financial year where we the one that I'm talking about, we have constructed 2 substations.
All right.
The one is at Sweet Waters.
Okay.
The other one is on top of Mokom Road. Why we have done that? We wanted to de-link the residents of Prisbury from the residents of Kwampumuza, Shayamoya, and Baipini.
Okay.
So therefore, we have created their own substation because the substation that is there by Mayor's Walk was already congested. Hence, those residents were experiencing a number of outages.
Yeah.
After we've built that new substation, we have then now de-linked Mpumuza from Prisbury. Prisbury now, they are using their own substation, and Mpumuza now it's using their own substation. We've done the similar thing there at Sweet Waters. We've built that new substation to de-link Hilton from Sweet Waters.
From Sweet Waters, okay.
Because again, we must also explain that we are the one who are supplying Hilton.
Okay.
What is it that we have done for the residents of Hilton?
Of Hilton, yeah.
We went to Crossway substation.
Okay.
We've upgraded the entire substation. We've built the outdoor structure, and we've built the indoor structure. Right. In an event where our substation will then be attacked by the storm that once happened, attacking the substation at Northdale. Now we do have a backup plan. Whenever similar natural disasters occur, we know that we've got a backup plan of indoor structures and outdoor structures that serve as a backup plan. On top of that, the overhead lines, we have upgraded all the overhead lines that takes power from the Retief substation, put the underground cable from the entire of Victoria Road. Then you take it through the overhead lines. It takes it to the area of Crossway to upgrade the entire network for the Hilton residents. So therefore, they are not going to consistently experience those outages.
Maybe, Deputy Mayor, is there a plan for the municipality to say no? Right now, we're not going to focus on Hilton. We are not supplying for Hilton. Or is it a must that the Msunduzi municipality be the one who supplies for Hilton, since we know that it's part of Umgeni municipality?
We are an electricity licensee.
Okay.
The residents of Hilton, they've always been the residents of Pietermaritzburg. They do all their activities in the city of Pietermaritzburg. Yes, in terms of geographical location, they form part of Umgeni municipality. Now, Umgeni municipality and Msunduzi municipality, we understand that this is the capital city. Now, there are things that we have to provide for a number of our sister municipalities. So if maybe one day we will go and say that we want to deprive the residents of Hilton with a stable network simply because they are not from our municipality, it will be seriously unfair to the residents. But as time goes by, we've got a bigger plan of Msunduzi growing to become a metro. Of which one day we believe that all those
Umgeni, they will
residents
come
will
to-
be forming part
Yeah,
of one
yeah.
bigger municipalities.
Municipality.
Rather than to say that let us stop this network now, come up with your new network, that will take a longer period, because the bigger picture, the bigger picture is to become a metropolitan municipality.
I love that vision of the municipality, that you're not just looking at what we are at the moment, but we are looking at maybe taking all the other municipalities and make them belong to the Msunduzi municipality as the metropolitan municipality. That is really great. Maybe, Deputy Mayor, can we just move to the water issues? How are we addressing the water issues in our municipality? I know there are a number of pipes are being fixed, and I've seen some of the work being done, construction of the pipes being done in-house by the Msunduzi municipality, not outsourcing from the external service providers. Can you briefly tell us on that?
Recently, we have launched a program on war on leaks. We have partnered with Umgeni Uthugela Water Board. Together with the Msunduzi municipality. We have decided to say that we know that we operate from the boundary of the houses. We don't come inside the yards, but we've decided to go inside the yard, so therefore we can fix all those leaks for free for all the residents of Pietermaritzburg. Why are we doing that? It's simply because we know that water is a scarce resource in this country. We must save that little drop that we are having. So therefore we've started and we've launched a program in the northern areas. We've started at Ward 34. We're going to Ward 38 after that, and we'll go to Ward 35, and we're going to spread it across the entire municipality to fix all the leaks that are there. On top of that, we know that Pietermaritzburg has been having the asbestos piping. We are currently entered into a program of changing all the asbestos pipes and put the PVC pipes. What we are experiencing as a number of bus pipe, it is simply because these pipes now have reached their maximum lifespan because they were asbestos pipes. Now we are in a program of changing of which
pipes.
is not going to happen overnight. We believe that by the end of our term of office, at least 60 to 70% of the asbestos pipe will already been replaced by the PVC pipes. Now let's go to the area of Vulindlela. What interventions that we came up with? We have recently launched a borehole project which is aimed in serving as an interim solution to the challenges that are experienced by the residents of KwaVulindlela. But now we then said that we are not going to drill an ordinary borehole that will force community to also go on a communal standpipe. But we decided to drill boreholes, then put an e-chlorine, so therefore water is going to be purified. Then you take that water into a reticulation pipe. Then a resident is still going to receive water from his yard. Rather than for a resident to go and carry a bucket, as what I used to do while I was a young man, to go into the river to fetch water. But now we then said that we cannot make our people to go back where they were 20 years ago. But instead, we are saying that we are building this system as an interim while a new project that is aimed into upgrading the entire scheme had already been launched. It was launched by the President, His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa, at a Vulindlela Sport Ground, Eshowe, where an upgrade of a Vulindlela bulk supply was launched. Currently, they are the constructors are already on site, building a new reservoir, upgrading the piping system. But we then said as a municipality, we are not going to wait for that. We are then going to have interim solutions. So therefore, our residents, they are not going to experience water challenges.
Okay, that's really great, Deputy Mayor, and it's really helping for the residents of Vulindlela, because we've seen that other residents from that side of Vulindlela, they've tried to connect illegally from the pipes. What can you say about that? Because I think it's really affects like the flow of water to the taps where it needs to go, when you'll find that someone has just connected illegally on the pipe.
Yeah, you are quite correct. We had an imbizo at Vulindlela. I personally went and addressed that imbizo, trying to educate our people to say that let us not be self-centered.
Okay.
Because the problem that our people had encountered is that most of those illegal connections are not connected from a retic pipe.
Okay.
But instead, they've connected themselves illegally on a bulk pipe. When you connect into a bulk pipe, water ended up not reaching a reservoir.
Okay.
Because water is supposed to go and be stored on the reservoir. And the reservoir is going to build up. Then water comes out using a reticulation pipe. But what makes our people ended up not getting water, even though that we know that the community has multiplied, because that scheme was created for a particular number of residents, of which now they've times by 4 compared to the population of 1996 when the scheme was launched as a Mandela project. So now we are embarking on a clear program with all ward councillors to say, let us educate our community. We then said to the residents of Msunduzi, those who have connected illegally, please raise your hand.
Okay.
And say that I've done something wrong.
Yeah.
Then please come, disconnect me, then you apply, we connect you correctly. So then the residents, they were not aware of an indigent policy whom the resident decided to go and connect themselves illegally, and they were stealing water. But when you have been connected correctly and you have filled a form of an indigent, you qualify to get 6,000 liters per month. That is called 6 kiloliters. Now, when you talk about 6,000 liters per month, honestly, you can do washing, you can cook, you can wash dishes, you can wash clothes, you can irrigate your garden, and if you can spend it wisely, you are not going to pay even a cent. 6,000 liters is sufficient for any household. A household of 5 family members, a household of 7 family members can survive with 6,000 liters. So the resident need to be briefed and educated to say that they do qualify to get basic free water rather than for them to connect themselves illegally.
Okay, Deputy Mayor, you've just touched on something that speaks about revenue collection. I believe that as you've said in the beginning, that infrastructure services is the backbone of service delivery. And I can also say that we need money as the municipality to make sure that all the outages are dealt with, that all the services are provided properly to our communities. What can you say to Amakosi in those northern areas? Because we know that most places they are not paying for water, they are not paying for electricity, and we've seen an initiative by the council of doing street naming. But while you are still dealing with that process of street naming so that you'll be able to collect revenue from residents, what can you say to other residents of Pietermaritzburg? We've seen you on the ground working, disconnecting illegal connections and all. There are businesses who have illegally connected their electricity. There are businesses who are using water for free. There are buildings in the city. We've seen you running a drive of demolishing those buildings. What can you tell us about that?
Let me start from the areas of which were the previously disadvantaged communities. Those whom by the apartheid spatial planning they were put on the outskirts, those were deprived of being closer to opportunities. Now, we are pleading with the entire residents to say that a user pay mentality, it's something that we believe that it's something that is crucial. Our residents need to understand that for the municipality to continue rendering services, they need to pay for water and their electricity. Because this municipality cannot continue rendering services if they are not paying for those services. Those that who really can't afford, they need to fill an indigent registry. So therefore, they will qualify to get the basic electricity, which is 20 kilowatts. They will qualify to get basic water, which is 6 kiloliters. Now, that simply means that now government has already catered for those whom really cannot afford, because there is no one who must not have access to basic water.
Services, yeah.
2, there is no one who must not have access to basic electricity. 20 kilowatts can last you the whole month,
Yeah.
provided that you are using it wisely.
Okay.
Now, we need to educate our communities. But let's come to those that we know that they are doing it deliberately.
Yeah.
The business community, they are the ones who are stealing a lot of electricity.
Yes.
Now, they are stealing for us. Now, they decide to pay their own electricians to come and connect them illegally. Let me tell you what we've just experienced where we went to. I won't going to mention business names or buildings. I don't want to do that.
Don't even mention
Because
the name of a place, the way people
We
are
went
calling it.
somewhere.
Yeah.
When we arrived there, they have laid the cable underground for almost a kilometer. It connects a kilometer away from where they are.
Okay.
Now, when the municipality comes, they see that these individuals have been disconnected. But when you drive past there at night, the electricity is
It's on,
functional
yeah.
because they've connected a kilometer away. That's how they decided to steal. They formalize their level of stealing. They are stealing professionally so.
Yeah,
So that means
professionally.
that they decided to professionalize stealing. Now, on top of that, they are making profit while the municipality is bleeding.
Suffering, yeah.
We've seen those who are stealing water. They go to a fire hydrant, connect water from a fire
From a fire
hydrant,
hydrant.
supply their businesses. Now, when you go
Within the
there
city.
on that meter, it's not there. They're saying that, oh, they always come, the municipality, they read this meter, and this meter is not supplying that
working.
entire business because they stole our water from the fire hydrant. So these guys are very professional in terms of how they steal. So we are pleading with them to say that can their conscience comes back?
Yeah.
Can they at least start to take the residents of Pietermaritzburg serious? Because what they are doing, it also crippling the manner that and the speed that we're supposed to be rendering service delivery into our people.
Into the pe- yeah.
So they are making profit. And on top of that, they are stealing from us. That simply means that these ones are not paying electricity, they are not paying for water. And they are using electricity for free. At the same time, I believe that they are exploiting our people.
The people,
Because
yeah.
those who can steal for government, imagine what is it that they are doing to their employees. That simply means that they are also exploiting them. Now, we are pleading with them to say that can we work together? Can we have one vision that we want to see this city growing? For us to grow this city together, we need a business community to cooperate. We need a business community to work with us.
Yeah.
Because that money that we are losing from them, it's a money that we're going to use to upgrade our infrastructure. So
Infrastructure,
therefore, they
yes.
were not going to experience these power outages. Because sometimes we ended up running dry because we can't collect. Because they know that they've stole from us. So we are pleading with them to say that a business community, please cooperate, as we are also pleading with the citizens and the residents of Pietermaritzburg to adopt the strategy of saying that we will pay for what we have been, will pay for all the services that have been rendered to us.
On a drive, Deputy Mayor, that you've been running of demolishing those businesses in the city, people have been posting on Facebook to say that, but these people who are doing all these legal activities within our city are not the people of Pietermaritzburg, and they will say them with their country or race or whatever. What can you say, or like a call out to the residents of Pietermaritzburg and also those who are already here in our city, like who are connecting illegally, doing businesses? Because if you walk around town, you can really see that most businesses are not owned by the people of Pietermaritzburg, and all the illegal structures, all the illegal connections of electricity are not from the people of Pietermaritzburg, and they can just tell from reading on our social media pages. What can you say on that?
Now, first, let me assure the residents to say that this city is in capable good hands, and this city is going to reclaim its glorious days. Maritzburg will go back to where it was before.
Yeah.
Those who came to Pietermaritzburg 15 years ago, when they come in Pietermaritzburg in a couple of years from now, they will see the city that they once visited. This city is the city that is still going to attract tourists to come and tour Pietermaritzburg. Now, how are we going to do that? We're going to be very harsh.
Yeah.
And we are not apologetic on the program that we are embarking into.
Okay.
Those who have decided to build Mjondolo edolobheni, we are going to demolish it.
Yeah.
We are going to demolish it with a smile. I will be having a smile on my face, and I will have a peaceful sleep after I've demolished it.
Yeah.
We are going to do that, and we will continue. And those who have built without proper building plans, we are going to demolish for them. Whether you are a South African or whether you are a foreigner, we are not doing that on hatred or on racial lines. There is no xenophobic attack. There is nothing. We are storing law and order in our city. This city will be protected by us.
Yeah.
There will be no angels who will fly from heaven and come and restore the glorious days of Pietermaritzburg. It's us who have been entrusted by the voters to come and lead this city, who are going to make sure that this city reclaim its glorious days. So therefore, I have pleaded with the community, more especially of the foreign nations. I once went there, met with them, educate them with our bylaws. Because I said that it might happen that these people, they don't know that you're not supposed to throw all these garbages on our drainage. We told them that the reason that you've got a backyard, it's simply because business waste is collected on a particular time. So therefore, business waste need to be put at the back. So therefore, when our trucks came, they know where to get those things. We told them that you need to put those wheelie bins. You don't need to have those plastic bags. We've educated them. Those who have been running saloons, we have educated them to say that after you have cut the hair, don't throw it there.
Yeah, on the drainage.
After our educational drive, we then said that we are now enforcing these bylaws.
Okay.
Those who have decided to encroach, they are doing it deliberately.
Yeah.
They know the bylaws. They know very well. Hence, they decided now to pay the lawyers, whom the lawyers have written to us, pleading with us to say that can we give them up until a particular date so therefore they can demolish for themselves. Because they've seen that when we come and demolish, it end up we are doing it harshly. And we are saying that demolish for yourselves now. Because we are not going to have a city that is full of Mjondolo. We are not going to experience that. Those who decided to build outside of the building plans, we are going to demolish for them. We are going to demolish for them. It's not that we are being harsh, but a city that is going to have Mjondolo in town, we are not going to agree on that. We've embarked into a program of informal settlement eradication. We have seen when we went to Wajigajo, we have built those blocks of flats, where we are then saying that our residents must move from the shack, go into a flat, and pay 500 rand per month. Who can do that? It's only a caring government that can do that. And we can't then allow those now whom they're going to come build from the backyards and build shacks within the backyards, within the CBD, and you believe that we are going to be silent. While government have invested a lot of money in building those flats, so therefore it will be occupied by the residents whom they were residing on informal settlement as part of informal settlement eradication program that the city has adopted. So residents of Pietermaritzburg, ngicela nehlisa imimoya. Idolobha lenu lizobuyela esimeni enanilazi ngaso. Sizoba harsh, bazosizonda, bogcina besithanda kodwa.
There's another issue, Deputy Mayor. I'm so sorry this interview is taking a bit long, but I feel that there are many issues that you are dealing with, like trying to address, and especially the one of the vagrants in our city. People are blaming them for using water illegally. We've seen that others, they are carrying buckets everywhere in town. We've seen abanye, they are selling cables, kuma scrapyards within the city, and all those things they are dealing with, they are messing with the infrastructure of the city. What can you say? What are the plans that the municipality has in making sure that laba bantwana abahlala emgaqweni, they move from emgaqweni to a better place? Maybe can you tell us about that project you are also running?
Yeah. As the city, we have entered into a partnership with all the NGOs and the NPOs within the city of Pietermaritzburg.
Yeah.
We have formalized them and said that let us form an umbrella body which is called Pietermaritzburg Homeless Network.
Okay.
Now it's a body that it's an umbrella body for all the NGOs that have been dealing with the homeless people within the city.
Yeah.
Now, why we decided to form into a partnership? We've already signed an MOU with Pietermaritzburg Homeless Network.
Okay.
We gave them a 3-story building. And we have upgraded that. We've never gone out on tender. We said that we're going to use our own employees, upgrade that building, electrify that building, make it to be conducive for human inhabitant.
All right.
We are not going to give a building that it's not conducive for human inhabitants. So we have decided to embark into that program.
Okay.
Now, that program is aimed in addressing the challenges which led towards we have called an urban decay.
All right.
Where you have seen businesses moving out of the CBD simply because of a number of vagrants that have multiplied. But again, as residents, we are partly to blame because lezi ingane zethu lezi ingane zasemakhaya ethu, lezi ingane zanga zamila from nowhere like mushrooms, zizaliwe zasuka emakhaya nazibuka zizedolobheni nangazilanda ingane zenu. So we've entered into a program now where we are then going to rehabilitate lezi ingane. We had already had a formal meeting with them. We went there and I went with you. We have sat down, we had a formal meeting. Hey, we've received shocking news. Some of them are qualified electricians, some of them are former police officers, some of them, the majority of those kids, they do have matric.
Yeah.
Yes, there are those that who don't have matric, who have left school early, but they are saying that Deputy Mayor, help us.
Yeah.
We want to be reunited with our families.
Yes.
So we've entered into that program, a program that is going to start to see them being enrolled into that program of being rehabilitated. So we are doing that in partnership with all government departments. The Department of Health is providing health programs like your medication, your nurses, as well as the doctors. The social development is providing their programs, including the social workers. The profiling will be done by the government department. In actual fact, all government departments, including correctional services, they are part of this program because they are bringing the rehabilitation program that they know that when they're dealing with offenders there, what programs that they are always embarking on. Now, once we've done that, we are then going to say that those who have voluntarily decided to go into that shelter of ours, whom is still going to be named, but we do have a shelter now, those who will remain, their parents need to come and fetch them. Because it will prove that they don't want to form part. And I'm pleading with the residents to say that don't wash your car or give your car to vagrants to wash it on the street. One, they are damaging our road network. A soap and a tar doesn't mix. Where do you think that they are getting that water from? They goes and break the meters. Then they are stealing our water, and those water will be left unattended. It damages the entire infrastructure. So we are then saying as residents, please go to the designated car washing areas, wash your cars there, or wash your car at home. Don't come and wash your car at Church Street. There is no car wash that is there. Because those guys, they are who carrying buckets, they are stealing that water, they are breaking the water network. Now, you are also contributing towards the decay of the city by paying those guys to wash your car there.
10 rands.
Now, those scrap yards who are buying the copper pipes from the vagrants, you must know that you are a thief.
Yeah.
You are what type of a businessman who are buying from the vagrants whom you know that they want and vandalize our own infrastructure. There was a time where I went on public and then say that 99.9% of the street lights of Pietermaritzburg, they were fully functional. Because you cannot say it's 100% because for an electronic appliance, a bulb can just burst anytime. They were fully functional within a month. I went back to 30%.
Wow.
Because of the vagrants. That they went steal our copper cable, stole our cable from our street light. And who buys from the vagrants? Other business people. I'm pleading with them, stop buying from the vagrants because you know that they've stole those things and they've damaged the municipality infrastructure. And you are contributing towards the decay of this city if you continue buying. If you continue washing your car from an illegal car wash, know that you are also contributing towards an urban decay.
Thank you so much, Deputy Mayor. I think we've come to an end of our podcast. I know there is a lot that you still want to share with the residents of Msunduzi municipality, but maybe as we all know that as you are in the municipality, you are sent by a certain political party because they've trusted you with all other councillors of that political party. Maybe if you can just tell us briefly on what is it that you want to give assurance to the residents of Pietermaritzburg as that political party to say that indeed we are working together to make sure that we are building better communities.
I'm not just sent by any political party. I'm an ANC deployee. When the ANC deploys us, we are making commitment to our people to say that we will come and build better communities at the best interest of the residents. So the ANC, it's an only organization that knows the plight of our people. So I'm here not representing my ticket, but I'm here representing the entire residents. And when we are in council, we are government. As government, we are expected to render service delivery to all the corners of this city. When things are happening, they are saying that it's government. When something bad that happened, they are saying that it's an ANC-led government. So I am an ANC deployee and I will continue working for the entire residents of Pietermaritzburg, irrespective of their political affiliation. They must see service delivery because an ANC has deployed me to go and service the residents of Pietermaritzburg.
Thank you so much, Deputy Mayor. We had our Deputy Mayor here telling us about the programs that they've done within the Msunduzi municipality. And I know for sure that they continue to do better for all the residents of Pietermaritzburg. Siyabonga.